Hello there and welcome to the Bearded Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United. I'm of course George. Welcome along to the channel everybody, and it's a match preview. Today we play, it's FA Cup time, isn't it? Again, the fourth round FA Cup tie between Leeds United and Plymouth Argyle. We are addressing that, we're looking at that in today's video, so don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let's get going with it. Just incidentally, thank you to the few people that have subscribed over the last week or so. It's very much appreciated. Keep going. Let's hit 1,000 hopefully at some point soon. Anyway, I'm actually wearing Plymouth Argyle colours today, although it is a Leeds United obviously training top. Plymouth green, isn't it? The Pilgrims are coming to Elland Road again for the second time this season. Obviously, FA Cup is calling. So yeah, Elland Road on the 27th of January 2024, fourth round FA Cup action. It's the first time Leeds United have been drawn at home in an original FA Cup tie. Of course, we did play a replay last season against Cardiff City, in which we won 5-2. That Pablo Di Canio-esque Willie Gnonto goal within the first minute set us on our way to a comfortable win. But it's the first time Leeds United have been drawn in an original FA Cup tie at home since 2016. 8 years. January 2016 was the last time Leeds was drawn in an original tie at Elland Road. We ran out 2-0 winners that day against Rotherham United. Two African scorers on the day, Mustafa Carriol and that man who can be seen at the African Cup of Nations this year, Suleiman Dukara. Big Sully got the second goal. One goal at the end of the first half, one goal at the end of the second half saw us win 2-0. Two of the current Leeds United team played in that game. Let me know in the comments. Can you get it right? Who played? Which two of the current Leeds United playing squad played in that 2016 home win against Rotherham United? Let me know in the comments below. It's pretty self-explanatory, to be fair, but have a think. Anyway, let's get on with it. Plymouth, if we have a look at their team, I won't do any team news. I'm doing it before Daniel Farke, before I've seen Daniel Farke speak about this incoming FA Cup game. I will, so I will let you discuss it in the comments. Who would you like to see play tomorrow? Who do you think, how do you think Daniel Farke will line up? Will he go strong? Will he rest players? I think personally he'll go strong. I think we'll go strong for this one. I think we want momentum, and this would be 6 on the bounce if we can win the game. So it's all about momentum at this stage, keeping the good feeling, keeping the confidence up. And I think that the only way of doing that is by fielding as strong as he can get. There was a few niggly injuries, wasn't there, after Wednesday's win at Elland Road against Norwich, but I reckon he'll go strong, and I think we'll probably see something like this. Meslier in goal. I don't think Klaassen will play, although he did do well in that cup game against Peterborough in the previous round, and obviously against Birmingham in the league. Meslier in goal. I think Firpo will continue at left back, doing very well. I do think maybe Cooper will come in for this one, and maybe Joe Rodon. Ampadu might be rested, although we did see him play in the previous round at Peterborough. Then I think there's a little bit of a dilemma for Farke on who to play at right back. I don't think Archie Gray will be risked. I think he'll play Jamie Shackleton at right back. I think Glenn Kamara will continue with Ilya Gruev in the middle. It's a chance for them, with a little bit of pressure off in this game, to continue to work on their partnership in the middle there. I do think Cree Somerville will be rested. We might see the likes of maybe Jaden Anthony on the left side if his head's right, and he can start the game. Being that he played the second half of Wednesday's win, would suggest that he is in the right frame of mind to play. I think we might see him if he feels well enough. I think Willie Nonto will get a run out as well. We'll see Joel Perreault in the number 9, and I think we'll continue to see Patrick Bamford Perreault in the 10, Bamford at 9. I think we'll go with something like that. Let me know your thoughts on how you think we're going to line up tomorrow. But I do think, like I said, he'll go as strong as he can tomorrow. Keep the momentum going, keep the belief going, and that would be then 6 on the bounce. Now, if we look at Plymouth, then Plymouth in the league, sitting in 15th position. All in all, I think they're comfortable, sort of lower mid-table. I don't think they'll move much from that position. I think it's relatively okay for Plymouth. Obviously, coming up from League One last season, I think they'll be relatively happy with that. Ian Foster, obviously, don't know too much about this coach. I think he was coach of one of the England setup, wasn't he? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, any Plymouth fans, because I couldn't find that much information on him. To be fair, he's only obviously really early on in his career coaching wise, 47 years old though. But I think it's his first job, isn't it, in senior management? And fair play, started pretty well. Appointed, I think. His first match, I think, was on the 6th of January. Was it a draw? I mean, they love a draw to Plymouth. No away wins yet this season. 6 of the draws away from home they've only collected 6 points. 6 have been draws, no wins. Obviously, we're unbeaten at Elland Road. It would suggest in that way that it only points to one winner, but we know what football is like. Leeds United still need to turn up and do the job. I believe we will, like I said, but Plymouth look like they will line up something like a 3-4-2-1 formation. They have, of course, got one lad on loan from us, Darko JB, who went there a few weeks ago, has started all the games he can do so far since he's been there. I think he's played 2, actually. And played well by all accounts at neighbouring Huddersfield in his debut, which ended up a 1-1 draw. Obviously, Ian Foster got his first championship win last time out in a 3-1 win over Cardiff City at home. Incredibly, change in fortunes at home park for Plymouth. 27 of their points total so far. I think they've got 33 points. 27 of those points have come at home park. Like I said, no away win to speak of as of yet. But yeah, they're dangerous on the day. We all know about Morgan Whittaker, who has had an absolutely amazing season. Newcastle United apparently tracking him. That's really, really, really high praise indeed for a player, obviously, that was playing League One last season. 15 goals, I think, 6 assists, if I can remember correctly. He is one to watch out for, although didn't quite get to the levels in the earlier season last year. Late last year, we beat them 2-1 at Elland Road. We'll just touch on that in a little few minutes. But yeah, 1 or 2 players, obviously, like I said, Darko JB will be missing for this one. Cup tied, well, on loan, isn't he? So I don't think his contract will stretch to him playing against his parent club. So he'll have to sit this one out. Another former Leeds United player in Adam Forshaw has gone there recently as well from Norwich. I don't know if it's a loan move or a permanent transfer, this one, but he is currently playing for Plymouth. Again, I think he's the one that's cup tied. I think he played for Norwich in the previous round. So I don't think he'll be able to come up and play at Elland Road tomorrow. But they've got some decent players, and Ryan Hardy as well, who I think missed Leeds United's win over Plymouth at Elland Road earlier this season. I think he was injured for this one. 9 goals for him. He's a Scottish striker. He's a handful. Big lad. He's a handful. So we've got to watch out for him. Didn't play in that game, like I said. So, they score a lot of goals. They love a score draw. To Plymouth, to be fair, 3-3, 2-2. A few of them this season so far for the Pilgrims. But yeah, for me, like I said, no wins away. I do expect us to win this game. Plymouth were really poor, let's be honest, when they came to Leeds in November. really poor. Leeds should have been far away in that game. We got ourselves into a comfortable position at 2-0 in the first half and didn't really press home the advantage. We let them score fairly late on to make it nervy for ourselves when it really didn't have to be that day. And I expect that Leeds will want to put this game to bed pretty quickly tomorrow, and hopefully we will. Like I say, Plymouth do pose a threat with Whittaker, likes of Whittaker, with likes of Hardy, one or two others in there, and the bounce of Ian Foster, who is by, you know, from the outside looking in, looking like he's doing a decent job. So it's going to be a difficult game. There is pressure off from the league, the sort of relentless nature of the championship. It's a little bit of a, if we win, great. If we lose, well, you know, win or lose, isn't it? It's not a draw. We don't want to be going all the way down to Plymouth, you know, for a replay on a midweek. Do we really? The fans definitely probably don't, do they? So, yeah, we want to get it either won or lost in 90 minutes tomorrow, preferably win, because it keeps the confidence up, would keep our unbeaten run in all competitions at Elland Road as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments there below. Interestingly, obviously, like I said, I touched on the 2-1 win in November for Leeds against Plymouth at Elland Road. Interestingly, including that game, 4 of the last 5 games between these two teams at Elland Road have ended in a 2-1 win to Leeds. The only exception was a 0-0 draw between the two sides in, I think it was 2006. Plymouth came to Leeds and managed to grind out a 0-0 draw. Other than that, in the last 4 of the last 5, it's been 2-1. So what do we think tomorrow? Should we go 2-1? I don't. Yeah, who knows? Let's wait and see. Let me know your thoughts in the comments there below. Can we get through to the next round? Do you want a cup run? For me, it would be beneficial just to keep the confidence going and, you know, the win streak going. But let's wait and see what happens. Thanks a lot for watching. Marching on together. I'll see you on the next one.